Hello and welcome to the platforms of Revsportz. This is Atreo and joining me in this special bulletin on chess is Dibyendu Barua. It's a big year for Indian chess, as we all know. The candidates tournament comes up in April and R. Pragyananda is India's lone representative in the open section. In the women's section, of course, India have three players over there: Koneru Hampi, R. Vaishali, and Divya Deshmukh. After that, there will be the chess Olympiad somewhere after in the middle of the year. After that, towards the end of the year, there will be the World Championship, where Gukesh will have to defend his title. And Indians are the gold medal winners in the Olympiad in open section and women's section. So it's a year where a lot of big ticket events are lined up. I mean, these are marquee tournaments. And to talk about these tournaments and to talk about the current form of the Indian players, we have Dibyendu Barua with us. We all know who he is, a player, administrator, coach. He has seen Indian chess and chess from close quarter for many years. Over to him. Hi, Dibyendu. The Indians did not do that well at the Tata Steel Masters at Vaikanzi, and some of them were highly rated. Some of them, one of them was the second seed, another was the fourth seed, and we also had the world champion. But the performance was quite low key. And what do you think caused this?
I don't know. I mean, it's very difficult to say. Of course, I mean, these four players, those who played in the vacancy, those four players are very experienced, and of course, they are our future, and they are doing very well for the last many few years. And maybe this is because of too much of tournaments, may be possible because they just played in Kolkata, Tata Steel Chess India, and then they all except Gukesh, but others they played here. Okay, Gukesh and Arvind also did not play here, but other two Arjun and Prague they played here, and here also in Kolkata also they could not do as per the expectation. So maybe too much of tournaments, maybe uh, uh, it's a all player. There's a lengthy tournament because I think this is the only tournament where 14 players, 13 rounds tournaments are there in that is there. So might be these are the cause.
And Gukesh is a big year for Gukesh because he is supposed to scheduled to defend his world championship crown towards the end of this year. He took a break in from the Kolkata event, and he finished with a 50% score. Only Indian to finish with a 50% score over there, 6.5. He lost three games also, and we saw that in the last previous year in 2025 he beat Carlsen in the classical format for the first time, also in rapid for the first time. But overall, he had more downs than ups. I mean, players do have ups and downs. He possibly had more downs than ups in the Grand Swiss. Also, he lost three successive matches against opponents rated lower than him. In Vaikanzi also, he lost three games. Clearly, he is not the same player who won everything in 2024. And how how difficult do you think is going to be the challenge for him in the rest of 2026?
Yeah, it is true that after becoming the world champion, there are lots of hope that he will maintain his strength standard. But of course, in the 2025, last year was not good for him. There are so many ups and downs, and maybe that is because of too much of pressure he has taken over him because he wants to prove that, like he one of his interview, he said that I want to be like Magnus Carlsen. I mean, to be the real number one, not that the one world champion, also by dating also. So maybe that is the reason that he was trying too much to fulfill that dream, and because of that, and also maybe he did not take any break so much a break for the for again coming back freshly and to prepare himself and so. But I am sure that after this, even this tournament vacancy, he also did not play up to his expectations. So I am sure that the few months, I mean, roughly around 7 8 months are there before the World Championship match, and it all depends on who will be the challenger. But I'm sure that he will start his preparation for the World Championship 2026 to defend his World Championship title uh, very soon, and maybe we'll see him not playing much from now onwards because there is a main target, main event is coming up to to defend his title. So maybe I mean that's maybe his uh, plan to overcome all these setbacks and to again start from uh, for preparation for the World Championship match.
Coming to his challenger, the candidates tournament starts in just under 2 months from now. And Pragyananda is the only Indian in the open section. And Pragyananda, after qualifying, after having secured qualification for candidates last year, towards the end of last year, we have also seen that he also didn't propose, his graph also dipped a bit. At the World Cup, he didn't do well. The Kolkata event, he didn't do well. And then here also, Vakansi was quite pathetic to see him lose so many games. He won only one game and finished with a less than 50% score. But at the same time, we all know that he was very tired. And he possibly played these tournaments because he had to. He was a defending champion in this tournament, Tata Steel.
And also has committed.
Yes, committed to pre certain number of events. So, can we expect to see a different Pragyananda at the candidates?
Yes, of course. I mean, we have to. He has to be. He has to. I mean, we all are hoping to see him a different Pragnanda in the candidates. And it's true that out of eight, only one Indian is there, and it will be very tough for him because Fabio is there, then Nakamura is there, then the World Cup winner Sindarov is there, and other players are all the strong field it is, and he is alone from India, and it's a very tough tournament is coming up for him in next 2 months. So I'm sure that this tournament maybe one of the reasons he could not do well maybe is he might have tried some of his preparations for the candidates. So that's also possible. And one, I'm sure that after this setback, he will sit down and again he will try to come prepared for the next 1.5 months. He is having to for prepare to do good preparation and then come back in the candidate. So that's we really want to see him win the candidates so that we can have both Indians in the World Cup final. As used to be, we used to see the Russians are playing both in the World Championship match. So we all are eagerly waiting for that.
Talking about Arjun Erigaisi, he went to Vaikanji as the second seed and very highly rated. And he had a miserable outing. He finished 13th of 14 players with 4 points from 13 games.
Yeah.
He lost possibly 5 games. Now, a lot of people say that Arjun is an aggressive kind of a player. He takes chances. And so, the risk chance percentage is also very high. He can lose games because he's always trying to win. Now, is that the only reason why he did so badly over here, or is there something else?
I think that is the main reason. That is maybe the main reason because he, in every game, in every position he wants to play for, he tries to play for win. So he takes lots of risks. That's true, and that's maybe the main reason that in a drawish game or the he could have make a lot of games drawn or winning position he might have missed taking too much of this. So that's maybe the one reason. And the other reason I think again I'm telling maybe too much of tournaments. Maybe all of them are playing in the circuit uh, at least 7 8 tournaments a year, and they are playing one after another tournament. So that may be the reason that maybe one of the reasons that the quality of the game, or maybe they're a bit tired and uh, possible. That is also very possible.
Yes, it's a very crazy schedule because if I just take a look at a short chunk of it, starting from last November, it was the World Cup in Goa. After that, Global Chess League in Bombay. After that, World Rapid and Blitz in Doha. After that, Tata Steel Rapid and Blitz in Kolkata. After that, Vaikanzi.
See, the formats also are changing.
Formats are different.
Sometimes they are playing the classical. Sometimes they are playing the rapid and blitz. So these are the formats again changing, and then again going back to the another format, again coming back to the classical format. So that also makes lots of, to settle down. Because if you are playing only the classical, you are settled down. But then playing rapid and blitz is something different, totally different. And then again coming back to the actual format, the classical format in vacancy might have maybe difficult. So it is possible. I mean, it's possible because of too much of difference of even different kind of formats, and also too much of tight schedule.
And add a bit of freestyle to it, another format.
Ah, yeah, freestyle.
Now,
So there is
now
also
because the calendar is going to be like this, and top players will have to take part in these things. They cannot say that we will not participate in these events. I mean, they have to. A lot of them will have to. Now, since that is the scenario, can we expect that in the coming days, players will not be as consistent as they used to be? I mean, like the top rulers, I mean, like Kasparov, Anand, Carlsen, and a lot of other players, they have ruled for a long time. I mean, they were undisputed number ones, or they had number twos and number threes during their times. But now, because it's so mixed up and so busy, as we all know, do we see a future where there will be no undisputed number one? I mean, it will be up and down, 4 or 5 players. They will be winning something. New players, new winners will
Yes,
come up like
possible.
that.
I think it might be, maybe possible, because earlier what used to be only one format, only the classical. There are not much rapid or bridge tournament, but nowadays there are so many rapid and bridge tournament and the freestyle tournaments, and then too many classical tournaments also. So all mixing of the tournament. So I'm just maybe that may be the reason that sometime Fabio will be number one, then sometime Arjun will be there, then Nakamura will be there. So these 7, 8 players or 10 players, the elite players, it will be only between them only. Not that someone will be in the Super League or something. Someone like Kasparov or Carlsen or Anand. At some point, they were all rooting for, say, at least for a decade or something like that. But that may not be the reason now. And that's number one. And number two, maybe too many players at the same range, same rating range. You may see that only the 10 or 15, 5 to rating differences there are. Maybe you will find that in the top 10, only the rating difference not much, only 1 point, 2 points, sometime only just fraction of something. So it all depends. I mean, because nowadays the strength of the players have come all have come become very very strong, and it is a bunch of youngsters. They are together, and they all have they are playing among themselves only. And today someone is winning, after tomorrow someone else is winning. So it is now, it will be like this, I think, for maybe next 1 decade or so, because these tournaments will be there, and nowadays it has become very popular, this rapid and breeze format, then this freestyle format. And the people are, I mean, chess is becoming more and more spectators game, and people are coming to watch them playing, having fun. And also they are making lots of illegal moves, lots of disputes. So these are the these are, if you see from the sporting point of view, to make it more popular, and it is also getting more popular nowadays, and to attract more number of new sponsors to coming in, and because the chess is becoming worldwide very popular through this. The chess league is also there. this Global Chess League. There is also added one calendar where we see the top players are fighting each other and they are playing for the team in India and in nearby. So that's a maybe reason, yeah. So we'll not see maybe that one is rooting for say a decade or 12, 15 years or something like that. Maybe we all will see that these 4, 5 or maybe 7, 8 players, they are rooting, they will be rooting among themselves, and one will take lead sometime, other will take over the lead other time. So it all depends.
Coming to the candidates in the open section, who do you think is the favorite or are the favorites and why?
It's very, yeah, I mean, it's very difficult to say the favorites, but of course, we all will eager to see the club to win the championship. But of course, there are few very strong players like Fabian is there, Caruana is there, and then Nakamura is there, and this young coming that boy Sindarov is there, and other strong players are there. So I think it will be chance for everybody to. I mean, they're not very minor difference, but my personal thing is apart from Prague, Caruana and Nakamura because they are very experienced and they are very I mean, they don't play much a lot of these kind of tournaments and they are very serious. So these two are having good chance.
Coming to the women's section of the candidates, this is the first time that there will be three Indians in that section.
Yeah.
It's Koneru Hampi, R. Vaishali, and Divya Deshmukh. How significant is this for Indians women's chess? Last time in 2024 we had two, Hampi and Vaishali. Hampi finished second and Vaishali third, although there was a big difference between the Chinese winner and the second and third place players. This time there are three, and how big is this for Indians women's chess?
And definitely, this is a very big, I mean, very big news for the Indian women chess. Uh, First of all, Hampi is there for a long time. She is our uh, hero. I mean, in women chess, in Indian chess, she is there for a long time, and she is in the top five for the many years. And now they are added by these two young players, that is Vaishali and now recent this Divya. And Divya is doing fantastic, and she won the World Cup. And these three definitely it's a I mean big inspiration for the motivation for the other young upcoming women players in India. And because nowadays I'm sure that after Divya became World Cup winner at the age of 19, and that was a I mean phenomenal performance by her, and that gave lots of sheer motivation and inspiration to the young generation. And coming back to the world, this candidates definitely 8 out of 3 is a big money, good percentage, and I'm sure that out of these three, they will one will be become the champion. Although there's a Chinese player is there, he's number one seeded, and of course we cannot. I mean that she is very strong. So mainly, in my opinion, the fight will be for the championship title will be among these four. I believe the Chinese and these three Indians.
We have seen that Divya has done spectacularly over the last 1.5 years. Vaishali has also done quite creditably. And these two have taken over from Hampi and Harika. And but still, if you look at the list of participants in the candidates women's section, Vaishali and Divya are rated below 2500, and they are sixth and seventh going by the ratings. At this level, when they have qualified for this tournament, do you think these ratings make any difference, or these rankings at this level, when they have all reached this competition, it should doesn't matter a lot.
No, of course, 18 is something definitely that is there. That's in their mind because when you're top seed or second seed, because that is one aspect. But I think in a closed tournament where these 10 players are going to take part, and you are one of them. and that doesn't make much difference, I think, because you have to prepare for all other opponents, 9 opponents, and if and it would be because it's a all player tournament, it would be anyone's. Everybody is, I mean, qualified. So everybody is very strong players, except the Chinese is the top seed, Zhu Zuzina. She is the top seeded. But I don't think that will make much. I mean, effort in the game, their game. But they will all prepare well. Of course, Divya and as you mentioned, Vaishali is below 2,500. But that is not a. It all depends on how they prepare, and it all depends on how they play on the particular tournament, and how they are focused, and it all depends on how they start the tournament also, because starting is very important in the close tournaments, and every half point is very crucial. So if they do not lose for in the top, I mean in the initial part of the tournament, say in the first 2 or 3 games, then because you have to acclimatize with the weather, with the players, and so on, every the tournament ambience and so on, everything. So it all depends. Starting is very important, and once you start a good start, say 2 out of 3 or 20 out of 3 or whatever it is, at least 50%, say 1.5 out of 3 or so, then you have motivation, you get extra motivation say, for the rest of the tournament. So it all depends on how they are focused, how they are preparing, and how they are doing at that particular moment, at that particular tournament time. So forget about the individual, they forget about the individual result, score earlier, and they forget about the rating also. So you cannot keep in mind those things. You have to be focused only for that particular tournament only.
Well, thank you, Dibyendu, for sparing time and speaking to Revsportz.
Thank you.
Thank you for talking to us and sharing your views. All the best.